Hey guys, I'm Emmy. I'm 20 years old now, and at first I started a podcast when I was in Bali, but now I was like, okay, I want to start something new, and I don't know what it is by now, but I'm just gonna talk and it will unfold like perfectly, you guys. And yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because it's my first video I'm gonna record as well as I'm talking. And it's a little bit weird that I'm sitting here right now in front of my window because here's the best light in my room. So yeah, maybe I can just start and talking a little bit about myself. So yeah, I'm Emmy, I'm 20 years old, or Emmy is just my nickname, but I love this nickname. My real name is Emely Jones, and I'm a professional athlete in wakeboarding. And I just love to go wakeboarding, and there's a funny story with wakeboarding. When I was starting, I was starting with my dad behind the boat, and I think I was 6 years old. I told my dad I can do this as well, and I want to do this. So when I was, I think, 8 or 9, I started behind the boat wakeboarding, and then I went to the cable next to my home. I think it's 10 minutes from here. And then I was like, okay, I want to try this. And I started with, I think, water ski when I was 8 years old. And then I saw like someone was wakeboarding, and I told my dad, I can do this as well, and I want to do this. So that's what I did. I went on my wakeboard, or I just rented a wakeboard back in the days. And yeah, I started wakeboarding, and since then I'm wakeboarding. And I think wakeboarding is just like a huge part of my life. I think it's my passion. And the whole the whole year, everything is around wakeboarding. Like everything that I'm doing exists because of wakeboarding. I'm traveling all around the world. I'm meeting so many new people because of wakeboarding. Because when I'm wakeboarding, I don't know, I can't describe this feeling. And I'm so happy that I have this feeling back, because 1 year ago, I think exactly 1 year ago, or around January in 2024, I was like not enjoying wakeboarding anymore. I even talked with my trainers that I want to quit because I didn't have much fun anymore. I had so much pressure on myself because I'm also in the German national team. We had a lot of training, and all of my teammates were also like really good, and I was like always in my head, okay, no, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, it's too much pressure for myself. And when I was in Thailand 1 year ago, of course I went there with the German national team. We had a training. And of course I had fun with the team, but on the water I didn't have fun at all. And that's where I think my journey with like healing my inner self, or let me say my inner child, started. I started with talking with my trainers. I want to quit wakeboarding because I'm not enjoying it anymore, being on the water. I have so much pressure on myself while I'm doing this, and that's not why I was starting. I started with wakeboarding because I just enjoy it. I enjoyed being on the water. I enjoyed meeting all the people and all around the things that are happening, but not because I needed to, and not because of like I need to be at the podium place, or I need to be like in the final at the Worlds, or because I need to learn this or this new trick because otherwise I'm not good enough. And that's like all the thoughts that were in my head over and over again. No, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough in wakeboarding. That was like over and over again in my head, and I really tried to like get through this, but it was like over 3 years. It was like this feeling. It started, I think, after I got third at the Europeans 2019, and slowly get like, I think when Corona started, I was like getting more and more into my head, like I need to be better, I need to get like faster, learning new tricks. But at my start I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it because it's fun. But then I think 2020 it started that I needed to do this, or I had the thought, because I'm in the German national team and everyone around me expect from me that I need to do these tricks, or I need to do better, or yeah, just get better every day or every season. And I was really stuck in like learning new tricks, and like I even unlearned tricks I was like having safe in 2019 when I was like third at the Europeans and even German national. And like I was so stuck, I can say, and it was like a loop. Sometimes I got forward and I relearned my track, like for example blind judge for those wakeboarders who are watching or listening to me. I learned it and I unlearned it because I put like too much pressure on myself, and I was like, okay, everyone expect from me that I need to be better, or even with my body, I had struggled back in the days, and now it's better, and sometimes I'm falling back, but it's totally fine. And to have like step forward and how is it called? Like 1 step forward and 3 steps back, but you're gonna go forward anyways. So, but that's not what I didn't want to tell you guys. So, 1 year ago I was in Thailand. I told you about this, and I thought about quitting. Well, I wanted to quit. I was like totally sure about it. Okay, I don't want to do wakeboarding again. It's too much for me. I'm not enjoying anything at all. So I talked with my trainers and I told them, no, I want to stop. This is my last year in the team, and I don't want to compete anymore, and I need to have a break from wakeboarding at all. I don't want to go wakeboarding when I'm back in Germany. I just want to like rest. And on the other hand, I was like my whole world was falling apart. I was like, no, when I don't have wakeboarding, it's like my passion of, it's my passion. And when I don't have this, like everything don't make sense actually. Like all of my friends are around wakeboarding. I'm traveling around the world with my wakeboard because I enjoy wakeboarding, and I have competitions all around the world and meeting people all around the world, and I got competitions. I'm also judging. I'm also a judge, and it's also pretty nice to travel around the world, and you can like see all the other peoples. And when I was at this state and I decided to quit wakeboarding, I was like, okay, I think I'm totally lost. I don't know what I want in my life, because without wakeboarding it doesn't make any sense. So I had a call with a good trainer of mine. His name is not Carlo, oh my goodness. Peace, Carlo, when you're seeing this or hearing this. My coach name is Aaron, and I had a really good talk with him. I think it was in March. We talked about that I enjoyed it, wakeboarding, and he reminded me of it. And he was the guy who brought me back and think about, okay, maybe it's just like in my head and deep down or in my heart, I really love wakeboarding and I enjoy wakeboarding. So that's where everything just started. And for your information, guys, I'm meditating for I think around about 3 years now, every day, every morning, and sometimes, or I think also in the evening, not sometimes. And it also helped me to really connect with myself in the last year, because with meditation, like so many things can really come up to the surface, because when you're in a meditative state, you can really look into your subconscious mind, because like your subconscious mind is creating your reality. Your limiting beliefs are in there, your beliefs about your outer world are in there, and your beliefs about yourself, beliefs, for example, for me, for wakeboarding. So I really started looking inside of myself and looking, okay, where are my limiting beliefs with wakeboarding? Where do I really want to go with wakeboarding? And yeah, that's where my journey started, and it was like really up and down. One moment I had really fun, and then I had like I didn't enjoy it at all. But it's a journey, and when you really have a passion, for example, when you're a professional athlete, or you love doing football, when you're in a soccer team, for example, and you really enjoy this, but you're like putting too much pressure on yourself, and maybe your surroundings, maybe subconsciously putting pressure on yourself, and you don't even recognize it. Write it down, write everything, single thoughts down that you have in your head. Write it down, and then look what you have written down. For example, for me it was like always the limiting belief, I'm not good enough for wakeboarding. And sometimes it's even plopping up again. But this limiting belief like holded me back so much that I didn't want to try new things, that I always thought that I'm not good enough. And it also translated to my body, that my body is not good enough. Because I was struggling a lot with my body over the past years, and sometimes even now, I always feel like when I'm like not in shape, like in the summer days or in the summer times when I have like the high season of wakeboarding, I feel like, okay, now I'm in a good shape and I feel like really comfortable in my body. I feel sexy in my body. But when like the winter times, and I don't know why it is like this, but I feel like not comfortable with my body because I have the feeling I'm gaining weight. And maybe it looks on the outer side like this, but it gives me like so much uncomfortable feeling because I know deep down I'm good enough. Or maybe sometimes I'm not knowing this. So it's like for me also a progress. But what I want to say, like even having the pressure to looking good, it's okay. And it's the first step to accept that when you have like the feeling of not being good enough, for example, in your sport or in your body, it's the first step to recognize it. And the second step is write it down and really look at it. Okay, why do you think that you're not good enough? Why you think your body is not good enough? Why you think you're not good enough in your sport? Why you think you're not good enough, for example, for school? Write everything down, and yeah, you will get to the root of the problem, because mostly, or for me it was, and I think for so many other people, it is your limiting belief. When you have limiting beliefs, they are holding you back. That's why they are limiting beliefs. And I started to transform the limiting beliefs into affirmations. For example, I had a limiting belief that I'm not good enough for wakeboarding, so I started to change it in a positive affirmation for me. I'm good enough in wakeboarding. And when I was at the water, I tried to remember myself of the feeling of having fun when I was a child. Like, really, when you really want to connect again with the feeling of really enjoying the sport that you're doing, it's try to remember or try to connect with your inner child, because your inner child always know how the feeling was when you were starting, and without pressure, without like all the competitions that you're doing. And yeah, I started to connect with my inner self and my small Emily. And sometimes I had like a breakthrough and I was like, oh my goodness, this feeling of like totally joy was back there. And then sometimes I had the feeling, oh, I'm totally back where I was like in January 2024. But I can say it's a journey, it's ups and downs, and it's okay that there are ups and downs. And so now, 1 year later, or almost more than 1 year later, I can say I'm back in the game. I'm back in the game of having fun in wakeboarding and having fun and learning new tricks. Yeah. So when you feel like you're having too much pressure on yourself, try to remember how you felt when you were a child trying, or I don't know, when you started the sport, like the start of where you have done the sport, you know what I mean? So try to connect with this feeling. And I think, or I can say that meditation helps a lot to really connect again with the feeling that you had back in the days. And it also helps, like sometimes when you're meditating, what I want to say, when you're meditating, some like past situation, traumatized situation can come up, and feel it. When this happens, it's so good, because like your subconscious mind is open up and shows you everywhere where you're not free. It shows you where you have limiting beliefs. It shows you where you have to look at it. And yeah, where you have to look at it. And for example, for me, I had some traumas, I can say, from relatives. Is it a word? Yes. So I felt like subconscious pressure. I need to be successful in every area of my life, but I also translated it, of course, in wakeboarding. And that's one point where I had the pressure from, or the need of needing to be better. Yeah, I think this, what do I want to say now? Okay, I think this is the end of the video, or of this podcast episode. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this by now. I will just see. But now I know what I want to do with Waves of Motions. I want to have this as like a beautiful community for women, for athletes. For athletes who are in, I think, competitions and really want to improve themselves and really connect again with the feeling that they had before, like really enjoying without the pressure of being good enough, and just like enjoying the sport that they're doing. And I can say after that it's gonna be amazing, and you're gonna manifest so many amazing things when you're really back in the joy that you have for your sport, and you're like raising your frequency higher and higher, and you can attract more and more. And that's for me. I hope you guys can take something from this video. I know it's a little bit rare, maybe I can say, but it is what it is, and it feels really good to talk for me. I really enjoy talking, and it felt really easy for me for just sitting here and talking about myself and talking about wakeboarding, and I even recognize with this video or with this podcast that wakeboarding is everything for me, that wakeboarding is really my passion, and that's what I want to share. Follow what you're excited about, follow your passion, follow your own path, and no matter what other people are saying, just go your way, and you're gonna be rewarded for going your own way, with excitement, with fulfillment in what you're doing, and everything else will come. The money, the friends, the support that you want. Go your own way, chase your dreams, and follow what excites you. See you guys.